Hi everyone, welcome to the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm GoLocal News Editor Kate Nagel. Thanks for joining us for the 4 o'clock show. I'd like to welcome in my first guest, Lisa Ranglin with the Rhode Island Black Business Association. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Kate. Thanks for having me.
You've got the information for the upcoming 7th Annual Awards and Scholarship Gala taking place in October. Let's talk a little bit about the event itself. It's year 7. But you're still working. Before we get to the awards, before we get to the celebration, let's talk a little bit about RIBBA and what it's looking to achieve here in the community.
Yeah, so again, thank you so much for having me. This is such a great opportunity to talk about the amazing work that we're doing as it relates to closing gaps here in the state. So the organization just celebrated its 7th year earlier this year in March. And we're really focused on closing the gap as it relates to creating more equity, ensuring that people of color have direct access to opportunities, whether from a small business owner's perspective, ensuring they're accessing loans, contracts, and then look at it from a personal side. If you may not be a business owner, but you may be a professional coming out of college, we want to ensure that our young people are staying here when they do get their degree. We want to ensure that we're not losing talented young people, right? We want to keep the brain cells here. And again, as it relates to also people in that senior role, so they may be professional like myself, may have a prior career, maybe 10, 15, 20 years, and then they want to kind of scale up and they want to get up into leadership track. One of the things that we see here in the state is that gap. People of color are underrepresented in leadership roles. And as we look as an organization, we always look, where can we be impactful? So closing the gap from a leadership perspective, ensure people of color are actually represented in leadership role, not just in city and state government, in corporate sector as well. So super excited about all the amazing things that we're doing.
And so you've talked about RIBBA celebrating its 7th year this year. Has the state made gains since you've been head, have you seen, or is there still a lot of work to be done?
I would say yes. I mean, let's be honest, right? We're an amazing state. I've been here for a long time. I absolutely love the state, and I think, like anywhere in our nation, right, there are some challenges, but I think as a whole we're making steps, definitely strive in the right direction. Do we still have work to do? Absolutely, right? And that's why it requires all of us collectively to work together, not just some of us. So again, talking about tapping the people of color, the communities of color, looking at those communities as really an asset rather than a liability as we look to really change the narrative as it relates to our beautiful state. Again, all of us, all communities need to thrive, not just some of us. And I think if we work together collectively, we can really make amazing strides here in Rhode Island.
And so let's talk a little bit about the event taking place in October. You've got all the information here. Tickets are on sale now.
Tickets are on sale. So we have the early bird special just kicked off. So again, it's an amazing event. We're expecting over 500 people or so. Get your tickets. Early bird special ends August 31st. You can go on our website and get information, or you can call the office. The website is www.ri-bba.org, or you can call the office. It's 401-383-1179. Again, or you can Google it, just RIBBA, right, or the Rhode Island Black Business Association, and you can find all the details as it relates to the organization, the upcoming event. But also, we're looking for sponsorship, right? So if you really care about diversity and inclusion, you want to help us move the dial as it relates to inclusion. And what an amazing theme that we have this year, unleashing the power of inclusion. So think about that for a moment when you're talking about leveraging, tapping our top talent here in the state. And you're looking at it from the point of view, we know that when companies are diversified, we know they outperform their competitors, it's a win-win. So if you're looking to really spotlight your company, to show your commitment to diverse community, we invite you to reach out to the organization, become a sponsor. Sponsorship starts from $3,000 up to $15,000. That's our presenting sponsor. So if you want to be that company that really says, I'm presenting RIBBA's 7th Annual Awards Gala, you can do that with your sponsorship, presenting sponsorship, and you would be that brand sponsor. We just need one. So all of you start calling, but you know, we're waiting. Again, that phone number.
Bring it a little closer over here.
401-383-1179, or you can go on the website, www.ri-bba.org.
We have some news to announce too, who the honorary co-chairs are.
Yes, I am so super excited to announce our honorary chair. This is like, oh my God, breaking news. Kate Nagel, she's awesome, and Josh Fenton. We are so excited. When I reached out, I had coffee with them, and I said, this is like so you, right? Power couple in Rhode Island, Let's do this together. RIBBA is really taking it by storm here in the state. We're doing incredible work. And who better to help us spotlight it? So again, we're so honored that you guys said yes, and we're looking forward to partnering with you guys as we really make this one of Rhode Island's most diverse event. So again, it's hosted by the Rhode Island Black Business Association, but this event, our signature event, is always the most diverse. You don't have to be a person of color to show up. If you care about diversity and inclusion, you care about lifting communities up, you don't want to miss this event. So please make sure that you get your ticket early and save with the early bird special.
A couple things I want to ask you while I have you here too. Let's talk about the keynote. We're going to be unveiling who is going to be awarded and recognized as we get closer in October, but why don't you just start with the keynote today?
Sure. So for us, people will say, oh my God, who are your keynote speaker? Are you looking all over the country to bring somebody here? So for us, our focus is really around tapping local talent. So we talk about, we don't need to look outside of our amazing state, right? We have talent right here. So this year we have an amazing talent here, an attorney, local attorney, Kazdi Kavala. He'll be bringing the message. I had an amazing conversation with him last week and kind of teed it up in terms of what I want him to hit the ground running with. But again, it comes back to how do we ensure that we're tapping local talent? So we could have gone out and find some amazing speaker that lives elsewhere out of our state, but our focus is really ensuring that we're leveraging local talent. So again, we can't wait to hear what attorney Kazdi Kavala will bring to our audience. It's going to be great. You don't want to miss it.
And again, we'll be unveiling who some of the recipients of these awards are going to be. Again, Scholarships Awards Gala in October. We'll have all the links to it as well. But as we look towards October, this is just one piece of the RIBBA puzzle, because we're going to be seeing more from RIBBA both announced that evening and moving forward.
Yeah, so we are super, super excited. So I talked about ensuring that we're keeping our young people here. So ages 16 to 24, we want to make sure that when young people really gain an opportunity, if they're coming out of college and they're going into the workforce, we want to ensure that they're ready for success. We want to ensure that they have the appropriate mentorship, they have their support mechanism, so we want to make sure that they're teed up for success, not to get a job only, but to ensure that they're keeping those jobs and that we're keeping our talent here in Rhode Island. The second program that we're kicking off as well, and we'll kind of roll this out more formally at the gala, it's really around a program that we're calling the Executive Leadership Counseling Initiative, and it's really about tap talent here in our state. So you may be a large company in our state. Let's talk about, say, Bank of America for an example, or Amica, or whomever. You may have amazing people of color in your organization. It is, just tap them and say, what it is that you want to do. You've been here for a while. How can we help you grow your career? We know that you want to stay here. We know that you love this company. How do you, take them to the next level? And we want to help companies do that. So if you're really serious about diversity and inclusion, tapping in those people that's right in your organization today, create a roadmap for them to be successful. We at RIBBA wants to help you. So we encourage you to come out and support us, not just with the gala coming up in October, but also be a partner as we really close the gap from people of color. They should be represented all over, right? I'm sure you all can agree that if we, leverage those brain cells, all of us collectively, we can do amazing thing here in our beautiful state.
And so let's talk a little bit, it's the early bird special. Before I come a little closer here, before I let you go, how long is the early bird special, and how long is it on for before we go to regular prices?
So the regular price kicks in September 1st. So you have on sale, so for instance, if you're a member, you can get your ticket for $70. And then it goes up to $85. If you're a non-member, you can get your early bird tickets for $90, and then it goes up to $100. So that's a huge saving, right? So make sure you invite all of your friends. And by the way, if you want to become a table champion or get your company involved or get your family involved, just reach out and call the office, 401-383-1179, and we will help you. But again, remember, early bird specials end 8/31, and we don't want you to miss out, so make sure you call.
So again, looking for ticket sales, looking for sponsorships, you say you expect over 500 people.
Yeah.
This is year 7. You know a little bit what to expect, but every year is different.
Yeah, we're super excited because we have Power Couple, right? So we are so really, really happy, glad, as my pastor would say, to ensure that we're spotlighting this in a meaningful way. The work that we're doing at the association, it's really work that is Rhode Island, all Rhode Islanders can be proud about. Again, we're Closing Gap. We're an organization that focuses on action-driven. It's not about just talk, it's about actually taking action and partner right? Partnering with folks in the community that wants the same thing. So we find like-minded folks that really want to drive, move the dial as it relates to diversity and inclusion, and we partner with those people. So again, it's a partnership. We do it together. We're in this amazing state. Let's all of us celebrate the richness of our diversity, not just for some people, but for all of us.
Well, I appreciate your taking the time to come in today. Again, as we kick this off, we'll be providing more information moving forward as to who's being awarded. Of course, we'll have links to those ticket sales, sponsorship sales, and of course, if you have any questions, reach out to Lisa. Lisa Ranglin, thank you again so much for taking the time to come in.
Appreciate it, Kate.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center.